Innovation is a new way of doing or making something. By increasing productivity, innovation becomes a fundamental source of economic and social growth. In today's world, the low level of innovation registered in the 19 million European small-medium enterprises represents a real economic and social obstacle. ERIK ACTION, upgrading the innovation capacity of existing firms, brings together 11 partners from 10 EU member states who wish to face up to these challenges through cooperation and capitalization.
ERIK ACTION is funded by Interreg 4C,
an interregional cooperation program aiming to improve the effectiveness of regional development policies and contribute to economic modernization. Within this program, the idea of capitalization projects has been tested for the first time. Capitalization projects go beyond networking towards the transfer of good practices into mainstream EU structural funds programs. So, why did the European Union and its member states decide to experiment with capitalization projects?
We collected a lot of good practices in previous periods of cooperation. These capitalization projects are there in order that we don't lose these good practices, that we make profit of this good practice.
To support partners in implementing this new typology of project, the European Commission provides technical and communication-related support to certain projects in the form of fast-track networks through the Regions for Economic Change initiative.
Fast-track networks are a good idea. And they are a good idea because it's learning amongst peers. And fast-tracks ensures that there is a political commitment that whatever is learned, then it is implemented through the operational programs.
A good practice is defined as a successful initiative with tangible and measurable results, which has the potential to be transferred from one geographic area to another.
Let's take an example. Look at Enrique the baker.
He's having trouble competing on today's market. He found out that his regional government provides grants to promote innovation in SMEs. He contacted this region to present an innovative business plan to hire a young cake maker who would develop a successful new line of birthday cakes. The region provided him with a grant.
Thanks to this program, Enrique created one place of work, developed a new product, and increased his profits.
The program, which also supported many other entrepreneurs, can be considered a good practice. The ERIK ACTION partners have developed a specific process for transfer of such good practices. Over the next 5 minutes, we will look at how this process was developed and at the lessons learned from the experience. The first step in the transfer process is to identify the good practices available in each partner region.
Remember the program that provided funding for Enrique's bakery?
Every region has a variety of different good practices on innovation. Project partners undertook a regional analysis to understand whether it was feasible to transfer these good practices and what further good practices could be added. Various criteria were used to support the choice of good practices: political support, availability of technical expertise to support the transfer of the good practice, relevance to the ERIK ACTION theme, and the success of the initiative in the region itself.
In Training Time, that is the good practice from Sweden, we try to help companies to find new competence.
As a growing company, it's expensive and difficult to attract the right personnel. By joining Training Time, we had a possibility to recruit a key employee to our company.
Fabbrica Etica è il programma regionale toscano sulla responsabilità sociale delle imprese, che non parla solo di aspetti sociali, ma soprattutto di innovazione gestionale, governance, rapporti con gli stakeholder e arricchimento del capitale immateriale. Per questo rientra perfettamente nella concezione di innovazione che è promossa dal progetto ERIK ACTION.
Abbiamo verificato ottimi risultati in risposta anche a un obiettivo europeo molto sentito, quello di far collaborare le piccole imprese con le università e con i centri di ricerca. Sono partiti più di 500 contratti dalle imprese all'università e in più oltre 800 giovani laureati in materie tecnico-scientifiche sono stati assunti da queste imprese per svolgere attività di ricerca e sviluppo.
This identification process led the ERIK Action partners to a set of 17 good practices being made available for transfer. Partners then made an initial choice on the good practices of interest to their region for potential transfer. During a series of matching sessions and information exchanges with exporting regions, partners were able to assess the good practices against their current regional context. On what basis did partners make this choice?
2 years ago, we thought about an initiative to establish some kind of a social network of innovators in Lower Austria. However, the methodology and the relevant success factors were not so clear at that time. Then we realized that the Flanders Good Practice Parenthood projects could be a creative input for us.
On a choisi de travailler sur la responsabilité sociétale et environnementale des entreprises qui correspond à une orientation politique majeure de la région qui est l'accompagnement des entreprises au service de la qualité de l'emploi.